Hi and welcome to my channel, ALS Adult Disability Art Life Skills ASD Centre. Now, a bit about me. I have Asperger's syndrome, which is a highly functioning disorder that comes with traits, and that things like eye contact. I have issues with smells. I find it very difficult to change my routines or accept change in my routines. I can get lonely, I can get depression, and I know a lot of others that are out there like me actually get the same thing, because I actually do a lot of reading on ASD and on my disability Asperger's syndrome. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to have a factory, right, and put all my tools in it that I can make art and craft. Now, I'd like people to donate stuff to be used for art and craft as well that they don't need, and that can be anything that can be used for art and craft is part of the deal. Now, my centre will be teaching art skills, life skills. That means like first aid, cooking, budgeting, that sort of idea, how to clean, hygiene skills, how to take care of sores and cuts and abrasions. The centre is also a place for when you're lonely, like I get rather regular, and when you're depressed or feeling down, right, this is a place that is designed, that I'm designing from my past history of the things I did when I was a young boy and a young adult. Like the places I learnt to go when I went. See, I went to places that I learnt to wood turn, and I learnt to do metalwork, and that was called a place called CYS, which is spelt C-Y-S-S. It's now known as Centre Care. Now, these CYS places do not exist no more. They were places where you could go and do courses, you could make friends, you could have a cuppa, you could go out on a group outing. See, now, my idea that I have, that's part of my idea. My idea is based on that, but I'm doing it for people with disabilities that are adults. Right, so I support adults with disabilities. And now what I want to do, because I'm an artist and I would like to find friends as well, I want a factory where I can put all my arts and craft stuff and my tools, right? Now, then what I want to do is I want to invite people from all over the world. Doesn't matter where you are. If you've got a disability, you've got Asperger's syndrome or ASD, or in a wheelchair, and you just want to come and see me in my art workshop in a factory, well, I'm going to invite you. Doesn't matter if you live in America or if you live in China or wherever, I'm going to invite you to come and visit my workshop and join in. Now, another idea of my workshop is the people that have the ASD or the Asperger's syndrome or the disability or in a wheelchair, I want them to help me run the show. In other words, I want them to run the Disability Arts Centre. I want them to feel needed. I want them to feel welcome. See, I want to do group things. You know, like we go out on a group outing, like we can go to an art gallery, or we can go to a museum, or we could go to a park for a picnic, or whatever. But as I can tell you about my disability, Asperger's, a highly functioning disability, I also do a lot of reading on my disability and a lot of research on ASD and Asperger's syndrome. So I study everything from depression to all the traits, to eye contact, smell issues, many different things. Now, my type of skills are, I'm a woodworker, I'm a professional wood turner, I'm a scrap metal sculptor, I make my own tools, I'm into electronics. So, see, I have special interests, and they were my special interests, or I should say, they are my special interests. And so is making videos with this video camera, which is an Osmos DJI, or I should say, DJI Osmos Pocket 3 video camera with a wide-angle lens and a microphone. What I'm using. Now, what I also want to do is I want to encourage them on videos by teaching them how to do life skills on video and off. So if you don't want to get on video, well, they don't get on video unless they want to. So it's their choice as well, if they want to be videoed, isn't it? Just like mine and like yours. Now, in teaching these life skills, I want to show them how to use tools safely, including using safety glasses, about shoe protection on their feet, when to put their hand near something and when not to, you know what I mean? Like the table saw and the bandsaw and the drop saw, the safety of grinders and bench grinders and And then I want to teach them how to use hand tools like drilling holes and screwing screws in and nailing nails, and literally teach them to make things. See, I'm all self-taught. No one taught me to do it but what I learnt when I went to those CIS places. Now, I started wood turning when I was a 13-year-old kid. Now, I must tell you about my schooling, and a lot of this is quite common with other people with disabilities. I spent from year 2, or I should say grade 2, in primary school, all the way through high school till I left halfway through year 10. Right, this is what happened to me. Now, this is why I'm doing this as well, because I want to help people that have problems. I want it because I study this ASD stuff. I do this because I want to help people. Now, that's what my goal is, and I'm not going to give it up. I need to do this because I have an older son named Arthur. Arthur has global development delay. Arthur's 24. Now, this is where I've noticed social skill issues and things like hygiene and taking care of cats. Arthur doesn't have no friends. Well, if he does, he has a couple of friends, but not very many. I don't have many friends either. And yes, I stutter and stumble, so I do try to slow down, and I do sometimes speak a bit quick. So Arthur needs to learn his life skills, like how to take care of saws, how to make friends. Now, my art and craft centre is for people like Arthur that want to make friends that have a hard time doing it. See, there isn't no place in Western Australia that's like what I'm thinking about, or I should say, trying to tell you about. Now, I am going to promote this a lot on this channel, and we're going to talk about many different things and many ideas, and we're also going to discuss about ASD, Asperger's syndrome, and the high functioning disorder, the traits, the eye contact, the smell issues, even with food and clothes, and many things. I can get overloaded just from being excited. Well, that's sort of overwhelmed. Now, the idea of my art and workcraft shop is to help people with their issues, with their disability, so they got a social life. They can make friends of their own type or of their own kind that have a disability, that aren't a neurotypical. And a neurotypical is a person that doesn't have an autistic brain. So they have a non-autistic brain, right? Now, one of my interests is, my special interests is, I like to collect music. And I collect records, and I've got over 20,000 of them. That's my special interest. So I learn a lot from my music too. I learn how the world functions because of music. Now, I must tell you one thing about music. Music and your brain. Music triggers every part of your brain. It makes it like fireworks going off in your brain. So, music is a good thing for your brain. Now, I know that because I collect it and I play it just about every day. Now, back to my interest, which is my disability, and my special interest is actually this workshop, and helping others is one of my special hyper-fixated interests, is helping others. Now, all I need is a factory to put my tools in, right? It's the main goal I need, is a factory, and the rent paid, and the electricity paid. That's all I need. That could be donations, right? That could be donated from people. I ain't got no money. I'm on a disability pension as I am. So I get government payment, I got a disability pension, but I also would like to find friends. So this is a way that I can find friends by helping them learn about my art and craft and learn about their disability. And while they're at it, they also get to make friends with others like them, and they can get to go out in a group, and they can sit there and have a group discussion, having a cup of coffee over a couple of biscuits and a bit of cake, and enjoy their lives. You know what I mean? And they could do things that, like, we could go for a group out on buses, but then we need things like earmuffs because, you know, some have sensitive issues to sounds with their disability, like I do. So it's like, I have a synthesizer that makes a lot of noisy sounds, but after a while I have to turn it off because I could generate frequency ranges that absolutely hurt my ears. So I understand about the sounds, I understand about the eye contact, I understand about smells, I understand about the sensory issues to many things. Yeah, I can get overwhelmed. I could get startled by certain noises. They can make me jump. I could get overwhelmed or down or suffer from depression because I'm all home by myself. So really what I want to do is help other people with disabilities by putting my arts and crafts and all my tools in the factory, and then inviting them to come and join me in my workshop to have a good time, make friends with others, have a cuppa, go out on a group outing. That's free. You know what I mean? All they got to do is bring what they want, lunch, their drink, themselves, and fidget toys for their sensory issues, earmuffs if they need them, sunglasses, and that's about it, really. So I want a factory. We need the rent paid. I'm going to put my tools in there. I need electricity paid. Then we need donations of whatever we can get of scrap metal, wood, anything that can be turned into art and craft that we can recycle. Now, another thing I want to do is I want to involve the idea of having an art gallery where their arts and crafts stuff can be promoted, sold by video. See, I want a video, other things like teaching them how to cook, teaching them how to sew a button on, general stuff, general life skills that are needed, which aren't provided today. So that's what I'm teaching, is I'm teaching life skills with the help of others. So what's going to be done is that if you've got ASD or Asperger's syndrome, you're welcome to come and join into this idea. Now, the point of this is that all the people that have got a disability, ASD, Asperger's syndrome, will be running my centre, will helping me run my centre, and they could also be helping others with ASD, Asperger's syndrome as well by talking about how they function with their disabilities in a group situation or a one-on-one scenario, or to even to just their friend that they made in our centre. And so it's like when my son Arthur has a problem and feels stressed or unhappy, at least he has a place to go to and make friends and have someone to talk to, like one of the social workers. So if you're a social worker and want to join in this idea, and that's you, Yogurt, you're welcome to come along. And Yogurt's Arthur's carer, by the way. That's Yogurt's Arthur's carer's nickname. Arthur has a carer that takes him out regular. We nickname him Yogurt, or Yogi Bear. Now, Yogi Bear Yogurt is a good carer. Now, Yogurt is going to be part of our team as well. So if you've got a carer and you want to come to our factory and join in, you can have your carer bring you there too. That's the whole idea of this. So this is promote my place for adults with disabilities, right? This is what we're doing. We're promoting this channel. We're promoting my idea of this workshop by a YouTube channel, and hopefully on GoFundMe, which will be put in the bottom link in the description. Now, this channel is called ALS Adults Disability Art, Life Skills and ASD Centre. Now remember that, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, ALS Adults, or I should say ALS Adult Disability Art, Life Skills ASD Centre. And yes, I do stutter and stumble my words, but although I'm going to leave that all in so you can really see the true Alan, which of course is me. Now don't forget to like and subscribe to ALS Adult Disability Art, Life Skills ASD Centre. So thank you for watching my video, and please support my idea, and please comment and share my video. This is much important, or I should say very important to me, that this be shared, my idea of my workshop, to help others with disabilities. Thank you for watching. Over and out. And don't forget to like and subscribe to ALS Adult Disability Art, Life Skills ASD Centre. Over and out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.